Hey everybody, welcome to Buratech. In this episode, we're going to be asking the question, which one will make you more money, Python or crypto? Alright, welcome back. Before we start this video, I want to make sure that you like and subscribe. The more likes and subscribers we get, the more content we can make. So, it's 2021 and a brand new year. It's a brand new year to be a brand new you, and you're going to be asking the question, how can you make 2021 the most profitable year possible? Well, one of the things that are trending right now is cryptocurrencies because Bitcoin has reached an all-time highs, and Ethereum is also on a tear as well. The other thing you're probably looking at is Python, and Python is one of the most in-demand programming languages, so which one should you choose to make the most money possible? And the answer might actually shock you. So let's take a look at cryptocurrency first. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can make money on cryptocurrency. Now, I've been into blockchain since 2017, and there's a lot of cool things that have happened since the 2017-2018 bubble. So back then, I started a bunch of crypto accounts on a bunch of different platforms, and now the platforms are so much better. There's so many more things that you can do with it. So should you just invest all of your money in crypto and forget learning how to code? Well, let's take a look at what makes crypto so profitable right now. So why is Bitcoin surging? Well, the reason why Bitcoin is surging, and if you look at the chart and you look at the announcement from the Federal Reserve, as soon as they say we're going to be printing more money, well, Bitcoin starts surging more because Bitcoin is about to disrupt gold. So if you've followed me for a long time, you should probably own gold, silver, and Bitcoin, and probably some good real estate as well. But let's focus on the finite assets that are a little bit more divisible than real estate. So Bitcoin is the most divisible of all the hard assets. You can buy $1 or $1 million and it's just as divisible. In gold and silver, you have to buy at least an ounce in order to be profitable, and an ounce of gold as of this video is about $1,900 US. Now gold is about to make all-time highs as well again. Just because Bitcoin will disrupt gold, it doesn't mean that gold is a bad investment. I think Bitcoin's going to outperform gold, but you should at least own 1 ounce of gold if you can afford it. So what makes Bitcoin scarce? Well, there are only so many Bitcoins, and we know that there are only going to be so many Bitcoins mined and produced in the future. This again makes it scarce. So what is happening is that the central banks are printing so much money, the fiat currencies aren't as scarce as Bitcoin, and that's why everyone is piling into Bitcoin. Now you probably saw that Bitcoin is just at an absolute tear and making a lot of money. Well, here's the thing, you're still not too late. Bitcoin's possible target is 500K a Bitcoin, and this is an incredibly high price to today. So the best way to play Bitcoin is to dollar cost average, but should you go and start trading options with Bitcoin? Well, I think it's far too risky for you to trade options. One of the reasons I say this is that Bitcoin is way too volatile. You can lose a ton of money in options. In fact, if you go onto Reddit into Wall Street Bets or r/options, you can look at a ton of people losing their lifetime savings in a matter of minutes. So I recommend that you not do that. However, if you do go onto these subreddits, there are a lot of people making a lot of money with options. Remember that these people are the exception to the rule, not the rule. So for every post you see on Reddit of someone making a lot of money, there's probably at least 100 people losing money as well. So what about Ethereum in the altcoins? Well, Ethereum could actually be worth more than Bitcoin one day. If you want to think of Bitcoin as digital gold, you want to think of Ethereum as digital oil. And the reason why I say that is that oil will lubricate the entire system. Ethereum is not just a cryptocurrency that stores a value like Bitcoin, it is a completely decentralized platform. We can have a completely decentralized platform for pretty much everything, and this is why Ethereum could be worth more than Bitcoin. And if you want to think of this, gold is only worth so much, but think about the stock markets and all of the services that service the stock markets and the economy. That's why Ethereum could be the bigger one of the two. Now, of course, right now, the Ethereum network does need work. But if you think about the internet from 1999, the internet was pretty clunky back then, but it works a lot smoother today, and the Ethereum network could probably do the same thing. So if you are gonna buy cryptos, I would recommend that you buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, mostly in Bitcoin, but a little bit of Ethereum as well. So what about the altcoins? Well, if you remember the last time crypto was absolutely in a bull market, possibly a bubble market, the altcoins did incredibly well. Right now, the altcoins haven't been doing as well. Now, I tried to put about $1,000 into 10 different altcoins. I came out with about $1,300, and 6 out of 10 of them made money 4 of them lost money. And what I learned from this is that the altcoins aren't as good of a play as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is surging because investors, and specifically institutional investors, are putting their money into a safe haven, a scarce safe haven, and the altcoins aren't there. Now, I think the altcoins are going to have a huge rip in the future, but that's not today. There's a lot of really amazing blockchain projects which the altcoins are associated with, which I think are going to have a bigger implication in the future. In fact, there are so many cool projects, I should probably do an episode about each one of these. But I want to make sure that you like and subscribe, because the more likes and subscribers we get, the more content like that we can make. So in conclusion, the more the central banks print, the more crypto is going to be profitable. So what about Python? This video, after all, is supposed to compare making money with crypto with making money in Python. And Python is, of course, going to be a very amazing skill for you to learn. If you can learn how to code, there is a ton of options out there for you to make money. So this is something incredibly basic. You learn a new skill and then you get paid for that skill. But there's a lot of other options here. You can make your own startup and your own side hustles, and you can even flip your code. This is something that's really interesting. So at the end of the day, there is a lot of upside with Python, but it's going to take a lot harder work. And the main reason is that coding is actually fairly difficult. That's why I made a school, which you can check out some of the links down below, to help people learn to code, because it is a very good moneymaker. Remember that if you make a really good startup or some really good code, you can always flip that for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. It is something that has been happening for the last 5 years consistently. If you're good at something, you'll be able to make a lot of money off of it. So remember that learning to code is the #1 skill you can have. Now, if you're really young, you're at an advantage, because you can start learning to code today and get into some of those junior positions, and then later you can maybe make your own startup that gets millions of dollars in funding. But here's the thing about crypto versus Python. In crypto, you can make a lot of money very quickly, but Python's more of a slow burn. You'll make more money over time. So you might make this amount really quickly in crypto, but over the years, you might make a large amount in Python. But again, it's a little bit slower of a burn. And that, of course, is if only Bitcoin does go to 500K. It might not even go there. It might go back down to 10,000. You don't know. So what's the best way to make money in 2021? Well, I would say it's learn to code with Python, because Python will make you more money over time. And if you play your cards right and buy the right assets and save your money, you'll be richer than everybody else. Of course, it takes a lot more work to learn to code and get a job and to make products, but it is worth it in the end. After all, once you get your high-paying programming job, you can always invest more into crypto. Alright, so that concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to share this video. The more shares we get, the more content we can make. If you really like this channel, you can subscribe to Mammoth Interactive's huge library of content. We release 20 to 60 hours of fresh new content per month every month. This includes everything from Python tutorials to game development tutorials to machine learning tutorials and more. Our goal is to get to 10,000 monthly subscribers. We have monthly and yearly options. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.